so that a brand new evolutionary cycle can begin. And, within this last phase, the balsamic phase, the soul becomes reflective on universal reality and how through this self-reflection, the individual reality is just a reflection of the universal reality. So let's see. New phase. So according to evolutionary astrology, the moon conjunct Pluto retrograde happening in the sign of Capricorn, your 12th house, is making a semi-sextile, which is a 30-degree aspect with Saturn retrograde at 24 degrees in your first house. So with this occurring, Saturn retrograde is integrating some of the lessons learned within your first house. It's been putting discipline and structure around your own persona, your own vibe here. And with the moon conjunct Pluto retrograde in your 12th house in the sign of Capricorn, this is the collective pool of souls needing a certain requirement from the individual, your first house. And Saturn has been basically conditioning you, and within this new phase lunation cycle, the moon conjunct Pluto retrograde making a 30-degree semi-sextile to Saturn retrograde in your first house here, house of self. There's been a new realization of how you're going to be able to incorporate your energy in order to just intuitively understand some of the necessary needs of the collective, and how the collective energy has been going through a purification process and a transformation here. And I think with your energy, Aquarius, because you are an innovator, a liberator, you stand for freedom, can be a bit rebellious in order to bring about change. Saturn retrograde is deconditioning, and Capricorn ruling over your 12th house, Pluto going retrograde, there's been a need to help the collective decondition in some way in order to bring about this purification process within our unconscious and our connection with each other collectively in a subconscious manner, psychically. So that's what I'm picking up with that energy. And now with the kite going on with the nodes here, and Scorpio rules your 10th house, which Keto's in your 10th house at the bottom of this kite in the sign of Scorpio, and your 4th house is ruled by Taurus with the north node there conjunct Uranus, your ruler. And Neptune retrograde is involved in Pisces, your 2nd house, making a trine over to the Sun and Mercury conjunct in Cancer, which rules your 6th house. So there is some sort of skill you've obtained that is going to be necessary in order for you to serve the community here. Through voicing, communication, and helping others create more innovative ways to find inner security. So there's some sort of spiritual skill you have here that is going to be quite the medicine for you to voice your own sense of logic and your own ideology that will help others find this inner security that liberates them and gives them a sense of solid foundation that they can move in to the future with a sense of feeling more self-sufficient here. And then with the Grand Trine, it's going on in the water houses, which are your 2nd house, your 6th house, and your 10th house. So yes, you're gaining a lot of healing by doing something within the community that is quite medicinal. It's like a service that you do for work here. You're bringing something spiritual into the mix that is allowing you to, you know, through your words and communication and intellect, you've been able to authentically help others come out of anything that has been, you know, keeping them back or held back from the past to move on externally. So it's basically you being somewhat of a spiritual leader here, helping others to come out of anything that seems externally not possible or externally not being able to, you know, change or redirect oneself out in the world externally. You're helping to motivate and coach and show others that you can do something different than you're accustomed to out in the world, and you have more than one skill, or there are other things you can learn to do out in the world. You don't have to stay fixed on one thing. You can expand your resourcefulness, and that is very healing for others as well as yourself with this Grand Trine. And then the T-square here is with Saturn retrograde in your 1st house and the nodes. which is going on in your 10th and 4th. So through this deconditioning process and integrating Saturn's work that has been going on within you, rediscovering and put some more structure around your own persona and what you stand for, and making you stronger here and more disciplined,